welcome back to Project Anonymous, and in today's video,
we're going to make a custom new mount for our TPMS sensor.
So let's get to it.
So we're back here on my 2020 Kawasaki Z900 to do an updated custom mount for the TPMS sensor that we installed in a previous video. You can check that out here.
So a recap of our previous video, we ended up having to install it on a not very flat surface with 3M tape. And why did the 3M tape work out?
Well, as I was writing, I saw that it was kind of loose and then it eventually failed and came off. And that's really because the surface we put it on wasn't exactly flat. So there was just the edges of the 3M tape that was actually sticking it to the bike. So not an ideal thing, and I think we said that in that video. But today, we're gonna get to making a custom 3D printed mount for our TPMS sensor.
So are you ready to get designing?
Let's go. So I think I wanna put it right here on this mirror mount right here. And I kind of want it to be like just like that. I think that would be perfect. So I think what I'll do is I'll start measuring and get some designing done. And I'm in Fusion 360. Make sure I'm in millimeters because that's what I'm going to be basing measurements off of. And I'll start a sketch. So I want to mount this around the mirror post, and I measured that as 20 millimeters. So I'm just gonna put in 20 there, and then I'm going to do an offset from this, and I'll make that, what's 4 look like? Yeah, we'll do that 4 millimeters thick. Okay, and then I'm going to draw a construction line just for measurement purposes. And then I'm going, because I need to split this so that it can go around the mirror. So I'm going to draw another construction line. I'll go out 4 millimeters. And another construction line, 4 millimeters. And again, this is really just so that I can get an accurate cut here on this. Turn off construction lines. We'll do 15, no, it's 16. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side here. I could have just mirrored all of this, but I didn't. So that's pretty much it for that. So this is going to give me my opening for the mount. And I'll be able to stick it into the mirror post, and then it'll give me adequate area to put like a nut and bolt through. And then on this side, I need to kind of make a line that goes out so that I can mount the monitor itself. I need to make sure I get it kind of out here more. So I'm going to, maybe I'll do a spline. I kind of want it out here. I'll do a line. Gotta make sure that this is big enough. And then I'm just gonna cut away parts of this that I don't need anymore. I think I'm going to go ahead and add some fillets now. I think I'm okay with the overall shape right now. I think I'm ready to extrude it out. Again, nothing is really defined here, like you can still see it's blue, not black. But again, it really doesn't matter at this point. And this needs to be 9 millimeters thick, pretty good. So I do want to make this part here a little bit thicker so I can put a bolt and a nut through. So I do need to extrude this part out. But before I do that, I got to create another sketch. I'll do it on this face, and then I kind of want to, I'm going to use this top shape, so I hit P to project that, and now I can use these points to help my extrusion. So I'm going to do a line, I think I'll go to that point there, and there to there. So now I can use this I can extrude this out. So this is 9. I want it to be a total of 15 millimeters. So I can extrude it out 6 millimeters. That might be a little too tall. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put in the holes. Create a new sketch on that face there. I'm going to P to project this. Okay, now I can use that as kind of a measuring point. So I'm going to get my circle, find the midpoint there, and this needs to be, I'm going to do my inner circle for the bolt to go through. That's going to be 5.1 millimeters. I'm going to be using M5 screw and nut, and I will do kind of a inset for the bolt head. I'll do 8 millimeters for that. Redo that polygon. And then I'm going to constrain it by making this line parallel to this line. So now what I'm going to do is I need to make a new plane so that I can sketch out how I want this part to be, and I need it to kind of be a sketch onto this side because I need to get an angle here that I can extrude out the other way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an offset plane. Let's do that one, and I want it to go to here. Doesn't have to be perfect right now. Okay. Now I can create a sketch on this plane, and then I'm going to project this. So now I'm just going to do some lines, and I want to get the angle right here. So I think I'm going to do a 60-degree angle. I need this to be roughly 30 tall and 60-degree, bingo. And then a new line, and it's going to be 10 millimeters long, and then I just need a parallel line back. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. So now I can extrude this, and I want to start it here. There we go. Turn that sketch back on, grab this piece, and get rid of that. I think that's what I want. Just need to add the bolt hole here, and then add some fillets to make it a little bit more smooth, because I obviously don't want this sharp angle here. And then I may have to add a clearance to get an Allen key through this part here. Generally speaking, I gotta get rid of this too. I think what I'm going to do is grab that, and I can extrude that up. What I might do is just kind of extend this out rather than cut it away. Making this sketch. So I designed it so that an M5 screw and M5 nut can just kind of recess in there. Let's put that in there. there it is, nice and secure.
So do you think this placement will work out better for you?
Yeah, I think it will. I kind of like the placement up here. I think it'll be easier to read. So I like it up here versus down here where it was on this surface because it was kind of low there. So I think this is going to work out pretty perfectly.
So I know you like the placement of your new mount, but I noticed that you had to screw in your TPMS. And the other one, you just kind of clipped it in. So what does that mean?
Well, it means that in order to charge this system, because you do have to charge it, and what I found is the battery in it lasts about a month, which is actually pretty good. But in order to charge this, I either have to like take it off, so unscrew it from the back to go charge it, or run an extension cord with a little charger on it so I can just charge it on the bike. Kind of a okay trade-off, I guess, because of knowing that it's secure on the bike a little bit better versus the other system. So it's a trade-off, but I think this is better.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like if you liked it.
Like it.
Subscribe if you enjoy our content.
Subscribe.
And turn on those notifications so you get my every single time we post a video. Stay crafty.
And be happy.
Bye.